I'm just hearing that we do have footage of the moment the balloon was shot. Let's look at that. We think it's already been shot at this point that we're seeing. I think it's actually starting to descend, so it has already been shot at this point. There wasn't an obvious moment of impact, but I think it is starting to descend, make that descent into the water. Mark Stone still standing by for us. Mark, I think this is about to show the moment of impact, but it's not. I'm not sure that it's going to be very clear.
Yes, exactly, because the missiles fired from those jets are obviously much smaller than the jets themselves, and the missiles might not give a vapor trail in the same way. But you can see quite clearly that what was, at the beginning of that video, a very clear round balloon then deflates, and as you can see there, is beginning to descend. So this was the moment of impact. Two jets, it seems, firing their missiles at relatively close range, about 50,000 feet, that's 10,000 or so feet above the highest commercial jets, making the decision to take it down over water. Now, we have had a statement in the last couple of minutes from the US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. I'll go through it with you because it's quite a lot in it. It says, this afternoon, at the direction of President Biden, US fighter aircraft assigned to the US Northern Command successfully brought down the high-altitude surveillance balloon launched by and belonging to the People's Republic of China over the water off the coast of South Carolina in US airspace. The balloon, which was being used by the PRC in an attempt to surveil strategic sites in the continental United States, was brought down above US territorial waters. On Wednesday, President Biden gave his authorization to take down the balloon as soon as the mission was accomplished, without undue risk to lives under the balloon's path. So a reference there to a couple of interesting things. They absolutely are of the view that this was being used by the Chinese to spy. They also say that President Biden had made the decision back on Wednesday to shoot it down, but they needed to wait until it was over the ocean and not over land because of the risk it could cause to the public. We heard the other day, too, that they believed in the Pentagon that it wasn't actually able to get much in the way of intelligence, and I imagine the military installations over which it was flying were probably told to not do what they might otherwise be doing in case anything could be picked up. Now, the statement, interestingly, also talks about Canada being involved. This action was taken in coordination and with the full support of the Canadian government, and we thank Canada for its contribution to tracking an analysis of the balloon through NORAD as it transited North America. We know, of course, that the balloon went over Alaska, then crossed into Canadian airspace, and then came down into Montana. So the Canadians, according to the Defense Secretary, were fully abreast of what was going on, and indeed of the fact that President Biden was planning to have it shot down.